Well, welcome back everybody. Apologies for that. Seems we had a technical difficulty with the lobby, which we've had to restart, but hopefully we will be okay now. A slight change of plan. We're not going to be doing the 18-minute short qualifying session anymore. We are going to jump straight in with one-shot qualifying.
We are indeed, and that means mentioning up our favourites of the season, telling you who is where. We'll have to wait a bit because we're right into the action where so far Alt Trucker is in the lead. I would say in the lead, but is quickest so far. Yari and Chokers are right behind them. Marcel doing well. As we come up to... Oh, that is a tough right-hander uphill there. And it's actually, he lost a bit of time now, as it says that Chokers is now quickest as we're entering Sector 3. Oh, Mamba retired, possibly crashed or maybe disqualified in this one short qualification as we're coming out of the last, or we're into the last turn, turn 15, and it's Chokers really on the inside there. And Chokers is showing what we said before. He's a candidate for the title. He was in the lead for a while last season, fighting all the way to the end with Shabby, but lost out to the eventual champion. So your starting lineup, and this is, let me say, the starting lineup for the sprint race will be Chokers, who just did it at 16.2. Then we have Marcel, we have Alt Trucker, Bosmats, Kiko, Yari, Wesley, H20 Spectre, Dimix, Savi, Nojak, Florian, Martins, CPI Roy, we have Prince, and then we have Black Mamba. So we have, well, I think Mamba crashed and Roy and Prince Killer disqualified. And that puts him at the back. So we're going to have a 5-lapper. And kind reminder, there is no formation lap. So it's right into the action. And it's usually a bit of chaos in those first few corners in lap 1. So we're going to try to catch everything, but I don't know. Strong performance so far from Chokers.
Yeah, he does go. He's quite strong at this track. Did well here during season 2. Also, Prince does enjoy this track as well. So it was a shame to see him down getting disqualified on his qualifying lap. But I think we could see him move up. But obviously, only being 5 laps, anything can happen. Here we are with 4, 5 lights. The lights are out and away we go for this 5-lap race. Chokers pulling away well. Marcel tucking in behind him.
Oh, the Ferrari. Side by side with Bosmats. Bosmats always a strong qualifier. I expect him here up front. Oh, and the yellow. Oh, Nojak. Nojak is out after contact with H20 Spectre. Ay. Well, thankfully for him, it's only a 5-lapper.
Yep, he's not got long to wait to try again, but he will be starting last on the grid.
Yeah. As the outcome of this race is the starting order of the main race. But Chokers still in the lead ahead of Marcel and Bosmats. Surprised Yari is only P5. Ooh, Dimix gets a pen. Dimix is well, I think Dimix is a wonderful talent. He last season he was in Division 5 and he was so good. He was winning race after race after race, and he's shown that he has tremendous skill and speed. and that put him actually in the highest division.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of an eye-opener for him this year, because obviously with another 15 drivers around him of similar pace. But I think it'll bring out the best in him. Just take a couple of races, I think, to find his feet.
Yeah, people may be wondering, whoa, is he and his teammate from last season also, no job, the driver who crashed out now, that they were in Division 1, but I'd like to remind people that if you look at quali, all quali sessions last season, Dymix was would have been, with his times, would have been top 8 in Division 1. So, and from the second half of the season, his teammate Nojak was mainly ahead of him in quali. So, the quali pace for these guys to get in the top 10 is there. But racing among quicker drivers, that's where the real challenge is for them, you know.
Yes.
It's not just that you have more competition, but it's also a big difference if you're leading the race, like he was last year mainly, or if you're in the middle of the pack. It's a different way of racing. Yeah. And I think that's where the adjustment will come, and it's going to be a tough learning season for them. And I am fully convinced that those two guys have the skill, yeah, to do well. Yeah. And I think they're gonna, if they don't give up and they keep working hard, I think in the second half of the season they're gonna do really well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think they just need to find their feet, just adjust to the different style. As you say, with the racing, it's completely different. Boss Mots,
no! What happened to him? That was a crash. Oh, that puts him at the back of the race. And that well, it helps Dymix and Spectre to move up in the starting lineup. Well, Yari meanwhile has posted the fastest lap, 17.2. God, yeah. I won't even do that in quali.
No, honestly, some of the times I watch in Div 1 are just unreal. Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they think about us old guys when they see our time. That's unreal, so slow. But it is what it is. There has to be a difference, right? Not everyone can be at the same pace, but I'm just applauding for the skill these guys show.
Absolutely.
That's all I can do.
Yeah. No, exactly the same. You think you've given it absolutely everything, and you're still a second and a half slower than them. It's just.
I remember last race of last season. I had been out due to an injury for a month or two. Came back last season in the last race, not really fully fit yet, but Brazil, doing my quali lap, thinking I set a monster of a lap. Until I saw the time and what the others did. That was... Whew.
Yeah, it's
devastating.
An instant come down on that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Highs to lows.
I thought I wish we had Division 18 at that moment. Yeah. But no. But nevertheless, whether you're really quick or a bit slower, it's about having fun and pushing yourself to the limits. Oh, we have a yellow flag.
Yeah, looks like Wesley's had a bit of a moment. He's lost a few positions, down in 10th.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, on the last lap of the race now, nearly halfway round the final lap, and Chalker's 1.3 seconds clear of Marcel. Yari working his way up into second place. So Alfa Romeo second and third, quite reminiscent of the Alphas last year, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That were Yari and Wesley, of course. Yari and Wesley, hear me talking. I mean, Chevy and Wesley. Come on. Doing fine. Trucker's doing really well. Kiko, P5. Oh, I see Prince.
Prince just
battling hard with Savi.
So Chalkers is going to cross the line and win the sprint race, followed closely by Marcel, then DTR Yari. The fourth is Trucker, fifth is Kiko, sixth CPI de Roige, 7th, Prince close. Xavi actually overtook Prince there on penalties.
That's 6-1 between them. That is one blink of an eye.
That is less than a blink of an eye, yeah. So CPI De Roy's down into 8th, Martin's in 9th, and running out the top 10, Wesley. So they will be our top 10 starting the race coming up. Member putting his Mercedes into 11th. Then we have Florian in the Williams in 12th. 13th place, Dimex. And in 14th we have H2O Spectre.
That went quickly. Yeah, and so no points to gain tonight as it preseason. What we're going to have this format 3 times during the season. And then there are points to gain in the sprint race. Points for the top 8, actually.
So yeah, you got the 3 races this year that we'll be bringing the sprint races in. So it's a, certainly it's new to us. So we're going to bring it in. Hopefully it'll be exciting. We'll make any changes that we need to make sure that it works. But hopefully it'll bring a different element to the viewers as well as the drivers.
That's the plan, and now we have to. What's going to happen now is the lobby host will have to do some changes in the lobby to set up the main race, actually.
So yeah, just looking at the finishing order there, so Chalker's taking the win, Marcel in 2nd place, 3rd DRA Yari, 4th Trocker, 5th is Kiko, 6th Xavi, 7th Prince, 8th CPI De Roy, 9th is Martin, and rounding out the top 10 was Wesley, Amber, Dimex, H2O Spectre, and the non-finishers of Boss Mots and No Jug No 15th and 16th respectively.
Yeah, so we're gonna back to the lobby for a moment, and where the host is gonna set up the main race, and before we go again.
Absolutely. And what we'll do is, while we're waiting for this all to be set up, we'll just have a quick recap of what happened in Season 2 at Portimao. So I'll play that now for you. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a recap of what happened during Season 2. Good win for DTR Brent in the Red Bull. Lots of incidents happened during that race. So fingers crossed we can get a similar thing happening today. So we're just waiting for the lobby, which is now set up. So we are ready to go. I will play the race intro.
It's time to hit the track then as we embark upon another round of thrilling Formula One racing at the Algarve International Circuit. Welcome to the Portuguese Grand Prix. 2.9 miles of track at Portimao featuring 15 turns, 9 to the right and 6 to the left. There's a lot going on here, a lot of elevation changes that will affect the driver's braking and acceleration. Keep an eye out for the DRS zone on the final straight. That will be the setup for a lot of today's overtaking chances.
Okay, so welcome to the Portuguese Grand Prix. The drivers are currently setting their strategies and obviously their setups for having a 5-lap race before. They will have to reset their setups for the new lobby, tyre strategies and fuel, and we will be ready to go now on the formation lap.
We will be. But it looks like it's a dry race. Bit of a shame because it can be so lovely hectic when it rains here. And as you may know, I love a hectic race.
Certainly was, but as I say, from the if you were watching the last season's highlights, you could tell obviously we had the rain there, and it did cause a few changes in the order. So fingers crossed we might still get something to spice it up.
Yeah, who knows, maybe. But it seems like a dry race. Doesn't matter. It's still gonna be good fun. And if I had to point out a winner today, I'm gonna say with the man on pole because, and I have a simple reasoning for it. Every time we start something new, whether it's our alpha season, our first race of champions, the first time every time we try out something for the first time, it's Jokers who wins. So, historically speaking, this is the first time with a sprint race in season 3, so he should.
Yeah,
but is he?
See your point now. I'll be honest, I can't see past Yari myself in 3rd position at the moment. But having a look, there's some interesting tyre choices out there. We've got a Chalker starting on the softs, Marcel on the mediums, then everybody else on the softs other than Prince, who's gone for the hards in 7th position. So
that's just an interesting choice.
Yeah, he's certainly going to struggle getting off the line, but I think after a couple of laps, once he's got the temperature in, we'll see just what sort of times he's doing. But certainly probably looking for the one-stopper.
Yeah. But when I asked several drivers, like, what is your strategy for today's race, and they all said it's going to be one-stopper. So, and normally the one-stoppers are like soft to medium. So,
yeah,
I'm surprised to see a hard tire at all. But who knows? Prince Killer is a much better driver than I am. So, who am I to doubt? But here we go. 5 lights. Off we go!
It's a good start again by Chalkers. Yari moving up into 2nd place straight away past his teammate Marcel.
Oh, the Ferrari there having a bit of trouble, and someone is having trouble. I see yellow flags. I think it's Florian.
Yeah, we have two at the back. No
Oh.
Jug and Florian seem to have...
Wait, a drive-through for someone? Did I just see that correctly?
Well, Florian's got a penalty. Potentially that could have been a drive-through for Florian.
Yeah. But a drive-through for a severe collision? That I've never seen that. That is a new one for me. But, oh, so 2 race starts and 2 times trouble for no Jug. Trucker with a horrendous start as he's having damage to his front wing and having a penalty and is being dropped down to P14. So, Pooh started in 4th, but that's not how you want to start a race.
No, he did seem to have contact, I think, going into turn 2. Not quite sure who it was with, but yeah, obviously damaged his wing, so that will ruin his race. Mind you, he's on the soft, so whether he'll pit and change into the pits now.
Kiko with an attack on Marcel and succeeds to pass him at turn 1. Alright.
Good move there by Kiko, bringing Aston Martin onto
Yeah,
podium position.
Marcel is on the medium tire, and I think that's the reason he is tiny bit of pace compared to other drivers. But looking behind him, I think Savi is doing really well here in P5 in the McLaren.
Yep.
He is followed by De Roy. Then we have Martin, Prince. Oh, Prince, yeah, getting overtaken by Wesley. Of course he's overtaken because... No, he's not over... No. Wesley's trying, but not getting past. Quite a difference in tires though. As in P8 we have Mamba on the softs and your Prince on the hards and Wesley on the mediums. And it should definitely give Wesley an advantage, so... I'm looking with Wesley to see where he is going to make a move.
Gary was tucked right up behind Chalkers there. I think there's going to be a change for the lead on this lap at some point. Gary's closed that gap down from, I think it was 0.7 down to 0.2, 0.3. I think he's going for a move.
It will be. Savi is also pretty close to De Roy. Only 4/10. Wesley now. All right behind. Oh, but look at that. Mamba is moving up.
Up
to P7. Ahead of Martijn.
I think Mamba has the potential to do really well. He's just so unlucky. Always seems to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I know more drivers like that.
Yeah, I know a few.
Whoa.
Trucker's out. It's
I think he
retirement in the pits. Something we don't encourage.
Not at all, but yeah, let's not waste any time to that. Yeah, Mamba has
Gary right in the slipstream with Chalkers now. He's going to go for a move down into turn 1. He moves up the inside. He makes a clean overtake. So Yari taking the lead in the Alfa Romeo.
And Marcel doing the same, moving back to P3, overtaking Kiko, despite having the tire disadvantage. But yeah, Mama is I don't know. He's quick. On a good day, he's as quick as any guy up front there.
But De Roy, she's past Kiko there. I think Kiko got a bit unsettled losing a position. Marcel, it quite often happens. You lose one position, don't you? And then you lose another one, potentially another one after that. Get your rhythm back.
But there's quite a gap between the two leaders, because it's De Roy and Marcel are constantly fighting and changing position, and that has given, in just 4 laps time, has given the two leaders nearly a 5-second gap. Those two guys are on a different level, so Shabby, be warned.
Harry with a
Because,
1:18.8 for the fastest lap.
oh, man.
They should put about a 0.7 of a second gap going onto the start-finish line, so the DRS wasn't as dangerous for him as it could have been. We'll see if he can put himself out of that second. Meanwhile, we have a battle royale going on.
Yeah, it's definitely...
7th.
It's a big train, and the leader of the train is constantly changing. It's either DeRoy or Marcel, but in the middle of that train, it's once again Black Mamba moving up.
Yeah, up into 6th place now.
Black Mamba, aka the Black Pearl for insiders. But he's moved up from P9 to 8 to 7, now to P6. And we know this train is not going as fast as it could be, because gee, they're losing so much time on those two front runners. I don't know what those guys have been eating, but I wanted to.
They are just carrying on from last season, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Surprised that Wesley is still behind Prince Killer though. Seems like Prince really has found something that he made him quick on those hards, and now he's even gonna go for the overtake. Oh, Martin. Gee, Princey.
Prince up into 8th position.
Yeah, that's impressive on those tires. But did lose some time along the way, as the gap to the car in front is now 1.6. Mama seems on fire though.
Okay, Dimax with a penalty.
Yeah,
Multiple
how's
warnings.
he doing so far? He and his teammate are... Yeah, second half of the grid near the end. We knew that they would be at the beginning of the season, as they have to make the transition to this insane pace. And don't worry, they will catch up. But just up front, it's the gap is not growing as much as it was in the first few laps, but still it's 6 seconds from P2 to P3.
Yep, I think they're just finding their pace now, but Yari and Chalkers seem to be on a different planet at the moment. They're keeping each other within sort of half a second as well, so Chalkers not letting him get away.
Yeah, and it's Roy actually now who got a gap to Marcel, 1.7. So that could... Well, I think the fastest man in this group is clearly Mamba, but you need to get past. But on pure pace, he seems to be really quick. Wesley's still in P10 as he is...
Yep, seems we've got a couple of trains that have just formed now. Whether we can get them to join up or not. First pit stop, so if we have a quick look at the tyre strategy, I mean obviously depending on what you start on, but I mean the softs we should be looking round about lap 14. The mediums you'd be probably looking at taking them to 2021. Obviously with the hards I've no idea, because I wouldn't use the hards myself. But certainly softs would be looking within the next sort of 4 to 6 laps. I would think we'll get the stops in. Uh, yeah. And did we get any heads up on the weather at all? Because it could be that there might be rain late on, and he's taking a gamble to take hards all the way to the rain. Kiko's still backed up behind Marcel there with Mamba just behind him. Looks like De Roy's has made a bolt for it in third position now, so he's managed to break the DRS and put himself out, getting on for a 2.5 second lead. Yes, I was just going to have a quick look at that, see if I can... Setting them. And safety car. Yep, doesn't need to. Looking to see if I can get the game sound working. Yeah, I've just tried that. I don't know if anyone can confirm if it's working now or not. Otherwise, again, it could be an issue with the OBS, which I think I had before, so it's just finding out a way to actually resolve that. Well, at least it's pre-season, gives us a chance to iron out these issues. There you go for the soft, so I wouldn't be surprised if you might see him come back in for a set of mediums, depending on how long the safety car's out for. 22, 23 laps, I think he's be stretching the mediums to take him that far. Right, interesting. We now got co-commentator also gone in the stream, so I don't know if that's you or me. One of us has disappeared. Yep. We see that so often with collisions under the safety car. Okay, so we are back underway. Sorry about that, trying to sort out some technical difficulties. So Prince taking the lead in with the hard tyres. Yari still in third place on those fresh mediums now, just tucked up behind Wesley. So he is the leader who on the fresh tyres, so he's already made his stop. Okay, so Chalkers has got himself past Yari there, back up into third place. But Yari moving back up the inside again into turn one. Looks like Chalkers made a small bit of contact on the back of Yari there, but I don't believe it caused any... No, didn't cause any damage. So Yari back up into second place. So Prince currently leading on those 12 lap old hard tyres, with Wesley in second place. Again, 12 lap old mediums. We'll be looking at taking those probably about another 8 laps. So lap 13, 21 to go. Dimex picking up another time penalty there. Okay, fingers crossed we have you back, Bog. If somebody could confirm. No, so you're still hearing, so it must be an issue with my stream. Let me... Anything I can do? It's just a me podcast apparently at the moment. So. Yeah, Wesley now dropping down into 5th. So Yari up into second place. Who did I miss pit there? Someone know. Wesley's dropped down. Yeah, Wesley's dropped down into 5th. Gary now making a move up the inside of Prince into turn 1. I'm just going to take this opportunity to see if the replay software works. So we've got that ready. So no, we have nothing working tonight. What I'm going to do is, let me see if I can stop and start the stream quickly and see if we can get the game sound and Bogarovski back. So apologies for this, but bear with me and we'll give it another go.